Okay, we're working on the teacup. We've got an ellipse on the top, we've got another ellipse under the body, and then an ellipse right at the base. You've got a hyperbola here. Now we'll do the ellipse at the base first. Now it's not the whole ellipse is shown, it's only half of the ellipse. It says the height of the ellipse is 1 centimeter. That means the b for that ellipse is half, and the center is 0, 0, so that's why it's x squared plus y squared over 0.5 square equal 1, and the width of that ellipse is 2 centimeters, so half that is 1. So that's the ellipse at the base. Now we're gonna do the top ellipse. Now the whole cup is 12 centimeter height, taking away that 0.5 right at the bottom, so it's only 11.5 left. Now the center of the top ellipse is always right at the top of the cup, so that means the y value of the center is 11.5, and obviously the x is 0 because we assume that the cups is symmetrical and we've got the axis right in the middle. So that's why the equation for the top ellipse is x squared plus y minus 11.5 all square over equal 1. And now the b for that is 1 and the a for that is 5, so it's 5 square. Now the next one, the easier one next, is your hyperbola. So the hyperbola is this one here. Now in the hyperbola you need the center, and also you need the gradient of the asymptotes to find a and b. Now you've been given the center. When both asymptotes meet, that's mean the center, so that's why you're going to write your hyperbola looks like that. And the gradient is equal half. The gradient is b over a, so b is 1 and a is 2. And that's the hyperbola. Now the hardest bit in here, a little bit harder, is the middle ellipse or the body. Now the middle ellipse, the center for that is also 11.5. So we will have it like this. But the a for this one here is already been given because it's 10, so it's 5 square. But the b is not being given. Now why the b is not being given, you cannot really count as 11.5 because you don't know when this is stopping. We didn't say this is exactly half of the ellipse, and you can't count it as 12. Okay, so what do you need to do? Because we want our body ellipse pass through this point here, which is negative 1, 0. So we're going to substitute that negative 1, 0 in this equation here, and then find the b. So I'm going to use a different color. So I've got negative 1, which is 1 over 25, plus 0, that's mean 11.5 square over b square equal 1. So b square is equal 1 minus 1 over 25, so it's 11.5 square over 1 minus 1 over 25. You can simplify this, or you don't really have to. You can just substitute in here. Now the other thing you need for this one here is the point of intersections, because you need to know the domain and range for the hyperbolas. Because of them, you can solve those two equations simultaneously. So you can solve this equation here, the hyperbola equation, with this body equation simultaneously and figure it out. But it is really complicated, and you can do it as an extra algebra, but I'm not explaining it in here. So you can read the intersection points of the graph after you apply this into Desmos. So the final equation of the body of the ellipse in here, you can write it as x squared over 25 plus y minus 11.5 all square equal 1. And then the b, I'll just write it unsimplified, you can actually write it like that. You'll still get right. Okay, in task 2, the task asks that what is the height of the liquid when the breadstick is 7 centimeter long and 1 centimeter height. So if we assume that 7 centimeter long means, so if I draw the cup, okay, now the breadstick needs to fit somewhere in the cup to know the height. Now the cup is on 0, 0. If we said that is 8 centimeter long, the whole breadstick, that means it's symmetrical, so it's 4 centimeters, 4 centimeters this way. So that means this point here is -4, and this one here is 4 for the x. Now, if we found the intersections between the body ellipse and when x is 4, to calculate and find the y, that will give you the height of the liquid. But we said that 1 centimeter high is the breadstick. So whatever you get as an answer, you need to add 1 centimeter to it to get the height of so the liquid can fully cover the breadstick. So how to do this? We'll write the equation of the body ellipse, which is 1/25 plus y minus 11.5 all square over 11.5 square over 1 minus 1/25 equal 1. Now I'll substitute instead of x 4, so I get 16/25 plus I'll find the answer for this in the calculator. So the answer for this one is 137.76, obviously rounded to decimal places, equal 1. Now I've got 1 minus 125. One minus 125 is 9/25. Cross multiply. You've noticed that I haven't expanded anything yet. So I've got 49.5 and 9, round it. Now you've got two ways. You either expand and you'll get a quadratic equation and make it equal to 0 and solve. That's the safest way. But you can do another way as well, but it's the other way. You just need to remember when you square root, it's plus and minus. So I can square root both sides, and I will end up with this plus minus square root of 49.59. Now, if you used so you've got two values in here. So y, it's either negative 49.59 plus 11.5, or y is positive 49.59 plus 11.5. If you try this one here, the plus, you will get a number that is higher than 12, which means that it's more than the cup, the bigger cup, so that needs to be ignored. That's why you will have to say ignore as exceed cup height. So it's only this one here you will take on into account. So to solve this one here, you will get y equal, so this bit here, it's y equal negative square root 49.59 plus 11.5, so it's 4.46 centimeter. So that's not the final answer, because the final answer, that centimeter here, the final answer you need to add to that is 1 centimeter, because the breadstick is 1 centimeter high. So the height of the liquid is 5.46 centimeter. Okay, so remember the breadstick. It says is the width of the breadstick is 7 times the height. So you can assume whatever. If I could say that k is the width, so it's k over 7 is the height. But because I'm going to halve it into 2 parts, so 7k over 2 to substitute instead of x as in task 2, it's better to have the width as 2k, so the height will be 2k over 7, and substitute it in the equation. I'll just use this value from before. Now substitute half of x in here, so, or half of the width, so it's k. Now rearrange. And 1 minus k square over 25 equal y minus 11.5 all square. Oh, over here, sorry. 6. Now cross multiply. So this one here, just rearranging it, you'll have 25 minus. So I'll have 25 minus k square all times 137.76 over 25 equal y minus 11.5 all square. Now to work out this, you'll just square root both sides. So we'll have y equal either negative 137.76. I haven't simplified anything. If you notice, you can write it unsimplified for the final answer. You don't have to simplify it. So that's one of the solutions, or y equal 137.76, 25 minus k square over 25 plus 11.5. Again, this one will be ignored. Same reason as before. So the final answer, the height should be all of this of the liquid, so the height of the liquid plus the 2k over 7. Now you can expand, rearrange, expand and simplify as you wish.